Hello candidates and welcome to the equity investment analysis lesson. The topic is equity market equilibrium. This is the third lesson. In our previous lessons, we defined equities, we defined equity markets, we defined equity market equilibrium. In our today's lesson, we're going to introduce the equity market equilibrium models. Equity market equilibrium models. The equity investment analysis syllabus allows us to only discuss 3 models, and these models are: number 1, Greenwald-Kroner model. Number 2 is the Tobin-Q model. The third model we will discuss is Yardeni model. 3 models. Number 1, Greenwald-Kroner model. Number 2, Tobin-Q model. Number 3, Yardeni model. In our today's lesson, we'll cover the first model, which is Greenwald-Kroner model. Greenwald-Kroner model. Candidates, the men behind this model are the Greenwald and Kroner. This is Richard Greenwald and Kenneth Kroner. This model, candidates, is used to calculate expected returns for stocks. It can also be used to calculate the returns for a stock index or even the market as a whole. And this model, candidates, I'll put down the model. This model, the Greenwald-Kroner model, that is the E expected return of equity is equal to the dividend yield P D over P plus percentage change E minus percentage change S plus percentage change in PE. All right? That is the model, where ERE is the expected equity return. D over P is the dividend yield. We know the formula for dividend yield is the dividend per share over the market price per share. And the percentage, the percentage change E is the expected percentage change in total earnings. Then percentage change S is the expected percentage change in outstanding shares or shares outstanding. Then we add the percentage change in the price earning, the expected percentage change, the expected percentage change in the price to earnings ratio. So when required to calculate the expected return using the Greenwald-Kroner model, you need to have this formula, candidates, at the back of your mind. This is the formula. That is the Greenwald-Kroner model. Greenwald-Kroner model. All right. Candidates, is worth noting that the Greenwald-Kroner model can be used not only in calculations of the expectation setting, but also it can be used as a tool to analyze the sources of historical returns. In principle, the Greenwald-Kroner model assumes an infinite horizon. And in practice, the analyst typically needs to make projections for finite horizons, perhaps several horizons. And in applying the model, the analyst needs to be aware of the implications of constant growth rate assumptions over different horizons. Because failure to tailor the growth rates to the horizon can easily lead to implausible results. So we will now move to illustrate. We're going to have one illustration. Illustration. I'm going to read the illustration. It says that Witty uses Greenwald-Kroner model in forecasting market equity returns. Witty makes the following forecast. 1, a 2.25% dividend yield on equities based on S&P Composite Index. 2, a long-term corporate earnings growth rate per share of 6% per year. 3, an expansion rate for PE multiples of 0.25% per year required. Based on the information given, what is the expected rate of return on equities? That is the question. And we know, candidates, that the expected return on equity is equal to D over P plus percentage change E minus percentage change S plus percentage change PE. That's a formula for calculating the expected return on equity based on the Greenwald-Kroner model. So we go to the question and identify these inputs. The dividend yield from the question, candidates, we can see that the first forecast is a dividend yield. It is 2.25% dividend yield. We are given the dividend yield 2.25%. Then we need to add the difference, candidates, between the expected change in total earnings and the expected change in outstanding shares. And this difference, candidates, this difference within this parenthesis is simply the growth rate in earnings per share. The difference between these two gives us the growth rate of the earnings per share. And reading from the illustration, the second note, we read that a long-term corporate earnings growth rate per share is 6%. Therefore, the growth rate per share will be 6%. We add 6% plus the expected percentage change in price earnings. That is the third note. We read an expansion rate for PE multiples of 0.25% per year. We're going to add 0.25%. That will give us the expected return on equities, which will be equal to 2.25% plus 6% plus 0.25%, giving us the 8.5%. 8.5% is the expected return on equity according to the Greenwald-Kroner model. Greenwald-Kroner model. It's a very simple model, candidates. All you need to understand and memorize is the model, which is expected return on equity is equal to D over P, which is the dividend yield, plus percentage change in E minus percentage change in S plus percentage change in PE. So thank you for attending our today's lesson. In our next session, we're going to study the Tobin's Q model. Bye-bye.